not a good place to be. Don't believe that, 'cause you speak a different language and it's never really happened to me. Don't believe that, oh no, 'cause it's never really happened to me.
Hello there, yes, it's just gone 10 o'clock, it's Friday, it's happy hour. I'm JC, the weekend starts here, and well, what's the week been? A bit of goings and a bit of comings, I suppose. School holidays ended, the kids were going back to school, they've gone back to school. This Monday, Wimbledon's come and gone, and as we well know now, football didn't come home. So, I won't reflect on it too grimly. It's the way it is, isn't it? As I sort of played a... But I will have home as my theme, and I think we'll start off this week with Leonard Skinner and their pop at Neil Young, which if you listen to the lyrics, you'll see what they're trying to say.
1, 2, 3. Turn it up.
Singing songs
Starting off this week then with Lynyrd Skynyrd and Sweet Home Alabama, and I sort of touched upon what the song was about, and there's a bit of smoke and there is a bit of fire around the controversy around the song. Yes, indeed, Neil Young, he did write songs like The Southern Man and Alabama, which did imply that the American South was racist and stuck in the past, and as such, Skynyrd responded with Sweet Home Alabama, which is a song about Southern pride and all the good things that there particularly is in Alabama. Fact. When you speak, though, to Ricky Medlock, a former member of the band, he does say that Ronnie Van Zant from Lynyrd Skynyrd and Neil Young actually loved each other, and it wasn't a tiff, okay, it was a musical retort, but yeah, no animosity between the two, which is great. But I'm playing some songs from earlier. I always say the songs from my life, and I do spend to stay in the sort of 80s and 90s, but I think this morning we'll have a few 70s classics, and while we're there, is there a greater 70s classic with the word home in than this one by John Denver?
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. All my memories gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. I hear her voice in the morning hours, she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads, country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads, take me home, country roads, take me home, country roads.
Great sort of juxtaposition from the previous song where we had Sweet Home Alabama by Lynyrd Skynyrd promoting the South and the state they love. That was obviously John Denver there with Take Me Home Country Roads, but one of the lesser known facts of this song is he'd actually never been to West Virginia. His partner, later wife, Taffy Danoff, wrote the song. She was her previous husband at the time, and they wrote it while they were driving to Maryland. We're now going to go back into the 80s. No longer in America, we're actually in Scotland. Marty Pellow was the lead singer. The band was Wet, 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 and we're talking about, I suppose, soccer in this case, but a code of football. You often play home and away, and they wrote a song called exactly that.
Sick of leaving in the morning with the night you gave away. So now I'm gonna take that all that I can get. With those angel eyes you make sings through sins all the time. Say I'm gonna stay home. And away. Well, when I said I'd catch you when you're falling, I'd have my open right. And you's not naive of the heart. Said thought I meant my heart. People say I'm so automatic. People say I'm not so systematic. When I'm down, I'm in manual, Lord. And time on time again, I walk about with the love. And when those angel eyes set me on fire, baby. And when those angel eyes oh now baby. The saddest thing I've ever seen on my TV screen was a dying man who died for his dream. The saddest thing I've ever heard was that newborn scream in this naked world. People say I'm so automatic. People say I'm not so systematic. When I'm down, I'm in manual, Lord. And time on time again, I walk about with the love. And with those angel eyes, set me fire, baby. And with those angel eyes, oh now baby. Say I'm gonna stay home and away. So a little under the moonshine, girl. Say I'm gonna stay home and away. People say that I'm so automatic. Say I'm not so systematic. When I'm down, I'm in manual, Lord. It's all around those edges, but it never been love. It never been love before this. Never been love. Never been love. Set me on fire, baby. And with those angel eyes, set me on fire, fire. And with those angel eyes, set me on
Sports Conscious at 50 Church Street, Brighton is the place to go for top quality sportswear from premium brands. Specialising in footwear and clothing that looks great when in the city, but also gives the desired performance when on the high trails. The Sports Conscious team provides knowledgeable advice and expert fitting. If you want to walk, run or hike in comfort and style, visit Sports Conscious at 50 Church Street, Brighton.
Southern FM sponsor.
It's Ian Healy, and I'm here to talk to you about back pain and Keyser. If you're one of the 80% of Australians who suffer from back pain, it's tempting to do nothing, but this can cause weaknesses down the road. The best place to start with back pain is exercise, and the best place to exercise is Keyser. Keyser's physios and Swiss-designed strength training equipment help you build strength in a supervised environment. I go to Keyser, and you can too.
Book at one of our 19 clinics across Victoria. Visit keyser.com.au.
Southern FM sponsor.
This is Alice Cooper. There's a lot of things we have no control of in this world, but that's not the case with drink driving. If you're going to drink, don't drive. Think ahead and choose a designated driver. Remember, music lives on, and so should you.
A message from RAD, recording artists, actors and athletes against drink driving.
Like shocks shooting through your body. This is how some people describe their shingles pain. While in most cases it resolves on its own and most people recover fully, complications of shingles can impact your life and daily activities. Up to 99.5% of older adults already have the virus that can cause shingles. Shingles is most common in people 50 years and older, and up to 1 in 3 people risk developing shingles in their lifetime. So talk to your doctor about shingles today.
From Cheltenham to Chadstone, you're listening to Southern FM.
Now, welcome back after those announcements, and we are going to stay in Britain. Sometimes I say a song that surprises me, that I thought it was later than that. Well, this song's actually different. I thought it was a bit earlier. It was actually 1980. As you know, sometimes when I pick my themes for the week, Tricky Track 4, I changed the song title to the name of the band, and I've tried to do it this week as well. So Home is Holmes. It's Rupert Holmes. It's probably a bit of a guilty pleasure. You might not remember the name, but you'll certainly know the song when it starts, and yeah, feel free to sing along.
I was tired of my lady. We'd been together too long. Like a worn-out recording of a favorite song. So while she lay there sleeping, I read the paper in bed. And in the personal columns, there was this letter I read. If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, if you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, if you like making love at midnight in the dunes on the Cape, then I'm the love that you've looked for. Write to me and escape. About my lady, I know that sounds kinda mean, but me and my old lady have fallen into the same old routine. So I wrote to the paper, took out a personal ad, and though I'm nobody's poet, I thought it wasn't half bad. Yes, I like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain. I'm not much into health food, I am into champagne. I've got to eat you by tomorrow noon and cut through all this red tape at a bar called O'Malley's, where we'll plan our escape. She walked in the place. I knew her smile in an instant. I knew the curve of her face. It was my own lovely lady, and she said, oh, it's you. Then we laughed for a moment, and I said, I never knew that you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain and the feel of the ocean and the taste of champagne. If you like making love at midnight in the dunes of the Cape, you're the lady I've looked for. Come with me and escape.
The Pina Colada song there, but I'm glad I've actually got a cappuccino with one in my hand at the moment because it's that time of day. And I think would have a cocktail at 10:30. I'm not quite sure. Okay, we're off to Wigan. Wigan's famous for several things. Wigan Pier, Wigan Casino, the Mecca for Northern Soul. As you know, that's a genre close to my heart. There's also two famous Georges from Wigan. The author, George Orwell, and the ukulele player George Formby. But in this particular case, there was two gentlemen who were travelling on tour around the UK, and they were sat at Wigan train station and talking to each other. They wrote this song because, a bit like football, they were feeling that they wish they were homeward bound.
I'm sitting in the railway station, got a ticket for my destination. On a tour of one-night stands, my suitcase and guitar in hand, and every stop is neatly planned for a poet and a one-man band. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Every day is an endless stream of cigarettes and magazines. And each town looks the same to me, the movies and the factories, and every stranger's face I see reminds me that I long to be homeward bound. I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Tonight I'll sing my songs again, I'll play the game and pretend. But all my words come back to me in shades of mediocrity, like emptiness and harmony. I need someone to comfort me. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Silently for me.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether you've captured every show or you listen to other shows that talk about the songs, but there you go, a bit of insight into what Homeward Bound was about and where it was written. Another insight, this song, despite the title, I was speaking to a friend the other day and saying actually play songs where the title doesn't mean what people think it is. This is one coming up now. it's not about looking forward to seeing someone return. It's actually get back here because I've got some bad news for you. I've been waiting 30 years for football to come home when USA 26 takes part, and I've basically had enough. So I'm going to take the advice from Crowded House. It better be home soon.
Somewhere deep inside, something's got a hold on you, and it's pushing me aside. See it stretch on forever, and I know I'm right for the first time in my life. That's why I tell you, you'd better be home soon. Stripping back the coats of lies and deception, back to nothingness, like a week in the desert. And I know I'm right for the first time in my life. That's why I tell you, you'd better be home soon. Don't say no, don't say nothing's wrong. Back home, maybe I'll be gone. Me pain if we were to end it, but I could start again. You can depend on it, and I know I'm right for the first time in my life. That's why I tell you, be home soon. Oh, that's why I tell you, you'd better be home soon.
Southern FM.
Southern FM. The sounds of the Bayside.
Yes, I think with the end of the financial year, the economic state, I think it's important that we have the interview we're about to have, and, well, it can't start, can it, before I play that track to get you sowing the seeds. And who else can we ask but ABBA?
Super trooper beams are gonna blind me, but I won't feel blue like I always do, 'cause somewhere in the crowd there's wishing every show was the
So I'm not quite sure what the definition of a super trooper would actually be in this case, but people need to be a lot more savvy about what their superannuation fund is doing, and there is a concerning truth that many Aussies are unaware of their super returns, and the data reveals there's a concerning gap amongst the Australian public surrounding super funds, and this has sparked calls for an increased education where Aware Super come in, and they've wrapped up a 23 to 24 financial year review revealing their high growth option, which over 2/3 of their members delivered a return of 11%, and therefore urging Australians within this fund to get clued up and see how their super's performing. Can it compare to that, and how it does, not stuck up just against that, but against the full market. And I'm lucky to be joined today by Katrina McPhee. She's the Chief of Staff at Aware Super, and she joined there in 2019, and she's responsible for driving the alignment across the executive team and the broader business, and her responsibilities, well, cover enterprise planning, alignment of the focus, the internal stakeholder and engagement activities, and running the CEO. She holds the title of State Executive for Victoria, which means she has the focus on managing Victorian relationships. So that's a little bit of a bio, but let's get through to the questions to start with and see if she can help us. So good morning, Katrina, and can you tell us why we need a strongly performing super fund and its criticality to our upcoming, in my case, is retirements?
One of the key factors in your overall nest egg at retirement is the return that you get each year on your super account. So it's crucial that you're with a top performing fund. Essentially, time is money. Every year that you're with an underperforming fund, it's money that you're effectively leaving on the table, and it is so much harder to make up that lost ground later in life. So the sooner you switch to a top performing fund, the better. However, despite most Australians having a super fund, recent surveys show that nearly a third don't even think about their super or how it's performing.
Well, I must confess I'm now in my early 30s now, so I take a more closer look than I have done in the past, but certainly it hasn't been close, and I think this interview is going to make me and maybe others look at them a lot more closely and a lot more regularly. But it's not just that. Looking regularly, it's looking at a longer term. So why is it important to look at a 10-year return rather than just the last single year's return?
So you will hear a lot at this time of year about how funds have performed over the last 12 months. And indeed, it's been a really strong year for funds, with Aware Super delivering an 11% return on our most popular super option. But we always stress to our members, you need to think about the long term rather than just a single year. And 10 years is a really good benchmark for long-term performance. At this really intense time of cost of living pressures and talk of interest rate rises, switching to a top performing fund is that one thing that you can do that won't cost you any more money right now, but can ultimately give you a really enormous boost to your finances over the long term.
We're going to look at the diversity of a portfolio after our break. So we always have a break, usually after question 2. We'll talk about the stocks, and we'll also talk about the shares. So why not have a song from the lady herself, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
No
Sports Conscious at 50 Church Street, Brighton is the place to go for top quality sportswear from premium brands. Specialising in footwear and clothing that looks great when in the city, but also gives the desired performance when on the high trails. The Sports Conscious team provides knowledgeable advice and expert fitting. If you want to walk, run or hike in comfort and style, visit Sports Conscious at 50 Church Street, Brighton.
Southern FM sponsor.
Did you know Black Rock House is the reason the suburb was named Black Rock? Step back in time to see the summer house of Victoria's first Auditor General and learn other wonderful lessons from this precious house. Open house is between 1 and 4 p.m. on the first Sunday of every month. Devonshire tea is served between 1:30 and 3:30. To book your Devonshire tea, email friendsofblackrockhouse@gmail.com.
If you're an adult who has difficulties with reading, writing or spelling, the Reading Writing Hotline has some very good news. It can actually be easier to take the plunge and improve your reading and writing skills than to keep putting it off. Phone the Reading Writing Hotline and find out how. Their number is 1300 65506. That's the Reading Writing Hotline, and they're there to help.
1300 65506.
Go on, take the plunge.
Wake up, little Susie, wake up. Wake up.
Kickstart your midweek morning with the Wednesday Wake Up with me, Katie.
And me, Tash. Join us as we pair great music with your favourite morning cuppa.
Every Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m.
Wednesday Wake Up with Katie and Tash.
Only on
88.3 Southern FM.
Waking up never sounded so good.
From Cheltenham to Chadstone, you're listening to Southern FM.
Yes, welcome back, and we're talking with Katrina McPhee about superannuation, and I think I had a bit of a joke there with share and shares, didn't I? She was about to discuss the diversity of our investment options, so I'll ask her why that diversity or those options are beneficial for us securing a comfortable and long-term future in our retirement.
So you will hear a lot at this time of year about how funds have performed over the last 12 months. And indeed, it's been a really strong year for funds, with Aware Super delivering an 11% return on our most popular super option. But we always stress to our members, you need to think about the long term rather than just a single year. And 10 years is a really good benchmark for long-term performance. At this really intense time of cost of living pressures and talk of interest rate rises, switching to a top performing fund is that one thing that you can do that won't cost you any more money right now, but can ultimately give you a really enormous boost to your finances over the long term.
Thank you very much for that. And I suppose following on that, the next question would be, we know what we should be looking for around options, but what advice would you have in what a particular superannuation fund, forgive too many F's in there, around choosing which particular type of superannuation fund is most suitable when we're looking?
As you can imagine, in this digital era, switching funds is a seamless experience. Most funds will let you join and open an account online in minutes, but there's a couple of steps that you just can't miss. You do need to let your employer know about your new fund so that they can make your contributions to that fund. And one key watch out is that you might have insurance in your current account, and you want to make sure that your new account has that equivalent cover, especially if it's important to you, before closing your old account.
And I suppose the follow-up question from that, Katrina, and thank you, is I always ask at the end of an interview, where can Australians or people listening to the show go and find out more? So where can they go?
So first and foremost, check how your fund is performing and compare it with others, really focusing in on that long-term figure, and preferably a fund that has a life cycle approach so that it continues to be invested in a way that's appropriate to your life stage. Another thing to really think about is the help that that fund then offers you. That's the thing that's going to help you make good decisions as you move to and through retirement. Aware Super has a really helpful online tools and resources, everything from videos to calculators to our My Retirement Planner, and simple advice at no additional cost. To find out more, visit aware.com.au.
Thank you very much for that, Katrina. You have a fantastic weekend, and maybe take some time, all of us, to look at our superannuation funds, see where we're going to be at that time of retirement.
And now it's time for another double shot. on 88.3 Southern FM.
Without a song or a dance, what are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me.
Yes, it's that time when we remember that artist and song from yesteryear, but unfortunately we long to share that memory with them and they've passed on. Well, this week we're going to think about John Lord. He was a key member of Deep Purple, and we'll hear Smoke on the Water. And following him will be Je t'aime non plus, which everyone remembers being a Serge Gainsbourg track, but the female voice in the background was that of Jane Birkin, and we lost her this week in history, so we'll play that. I think the kettle's about to boil, so I'll join you all after the news.
We like our music the same way we like our coffee, with a double shot.
Did you know you can listen to Southern FM on your smartphone or tablet? Just download the free Community Radio Plus app and search for Southern FM.
Welcome back to part 2, and we're at the gates of heaven this week, and St. Peter's there, and there's an accountant waiting to go, and he's looking through his files, and so I just need to know what your name is and what sort of type of accountant you were. And this gentleman says, my name is Brian, and I was a CPA. So he's going through his files and he goes, yep, your time's due. And the guy goes, well, how can that be right? I'm only 48 years old. And St. Peter scratches his head and he looks at the files and interesting. And he goes, yeah, it's impossible. And he goes, no, what's interesting is that I'm looking at your files and going by the timesheets that you've charged your client would suggest you're actually 93 years old.
The sounds of the Bayside, 88.3 Southern FM.
It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young.
When we were young, that time we look back at some news items and record some fantastic songs. We either enjoy them or we play a little game. Guess what year I'm referring to? Well, as you know, we always start in the world of technology, and this is when IBM unveiled their first PC convertible was the name. It was the first laptop, and aligned to that, Eric Thomas, well, he developed a product called Listserv, which was the first piece of email management software. In the skies, a plane called Rutan Voyager became the first aircraft to fly around the world without stopping or refueling. And it took actually 9 days. And Christmas present this year, well, what's out of fashion is back in fashion, believe it or not, with the current trend and excitement around the product. The Christmas present of choice this year was the Lego Airport.
How can you see looking through those tears? Don't you know you're worth your weight in gold? I can't believe that you're alone in here. Let me warm your hands against the cold. A close encounter with a hard-hearted man who never gave half of what he got. Has made you wish that you'd never been born. That's a shame, 'cause you got the lot. Hey, yeah, you with a sad face, come up to my place and live it up. You beside the dance floor, what do you cry for? Let's live it up. If you smile, who wants to fall down on all the people in this pickup joint? But if you laugh, you level this town. Hello, girl, that's just the point. Hey, there, you with a sad face, come up to my place and live it up. You beside the dance floor, what do you cry for? Let's live it up. Just answer me the question why. You stand alone by the phone in the corner. You cry, hey baby.
Start off with an Aussie band there, the Mentals, or fully known as Mental as Anything, and they actually appear in one of the movies I'm about to mention, because we are at the screens, and the Oscar winner this year was Out of Africa. The Australian contribution to the movie industry this year was actually Crocodile Dundee being released, and if I recall, when he's at that cocktail party, I think Live It Up by Mental as Anything is the song being played. On the smaller screen, one show started this year, one show ended, and they both went on to be iconic shows in the UK. Neighbours started, but Prisoner, that ended.
In the place in the side of our lives where nothing is ever put straight. She turns herself around and she smiles and she says, this is it, that's the end of the joke. And loses herself in the dreaming and sleep, and her lovers walk through in their coats. She's pretty in pink, isn't she?
The Psychedelic Thursday were Pretty in Pink, which was the name of a movie, which is also big in this year. And as we head over to the sports arenas, this is when Boris Becker won Wimbledon. On the subject of football, a forgotten trophy, but this is when Chelsea beat Manchester City 5-4 in the full Members' Cup. Back over to Australia. The Brownlow medal this year was shared between, let's try and get this right, I'll call him Dipper, but I'll have a go, Robert Diapierre Domenico of Hawthorn and Greg Diesel Williams of Sydney. And of course we do pop into the Melbourne Cup every now and then, and this is the year that Atalak was the winner. Now that song goes on for a little while, so we'll call it there, I think, and then we'll go on to the next topic. So it's on to world news, and it's when the Queen, well, she rode Trooping of the Colour on horseback for the last time. In the skies, this is when Halley's Comet came into the perihelion for the first time since 1910. The space station Mir, well, that was launched by the Soviet Union. And it's a musical show, so let's have a musical reference. The longest running Broadway show in history, which, believe it or not, was The Phantom of the Opera. That opened at Her Majesty's Theatre in London. And, of course, the lead was Michael Crawford, Frank Spencer, who we know until then. And, yes, as they often say, he did all his own stunts.
Who's got my head in the clouds above?
Sports Conscious at 50 Church Street, Brighton is the place to go for top quality sportswear from premium brands. Specialising in footwear and clothing that looks great when in the city, but also gives the desired performance when on the high trails. The Sports Conscious team provides knowledgeable advice and expert fitting. If you want to walk, run or hike in comfort and style, visit Sports Conscious at 50 Church Street, Brighton.
Southern FM sponsor.
Hi, I'm Nick Tebby, National Executive Officer for Relationships Australia. Positive, respectful relationships are an important part of our mental well-being. Connecting with those around us can help us feel more resilient, less lonely, and more likely to feel a greater sense of belonging. And it feels good to belong. For tips on how to create belonging in your community, just visit neighbourseveryday.org.
If you've had something stolen,
or if you've had property damaged, you need the police, not the sirens. If you've lost something or found something valuable,
or if you want to register a party or let us know you're going away on holiday, you need the police, not the sirens.
When you need the police, but not the sirens, you can now report these incidents online at police.vic.gov.au or call 131 444.
Authorised by the Victorian Government, Melbourne.
If you've got Friday on your mind, what better way to end the working week than joining me, Craig Francis, every Friday on 88.3 Southern FM. Every week we bring you interviews with fascinating guests from the world of music, sport, the arts, charity, politics, everything going on in the world, together with regular segments on film, sport, travel, weird and wonderful Guinness Book of Records, and some very dumb ways to die. Friday on my mind, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. every Friday.
FM and online 24/7.
This is Southern FM, the sounds of the Bayside.
It's time for the Australian headlines, and let's go around a few states here. Sadly in Victoria, it was when the Russell Street bombing took place at the headquarters where Angela Taylor, police constable, was killed. In the Northern Territory, this is when Lindy Chamberlain, she was released in Darwin from prison on licence after serving 39 months of a life sentence. In the ACT, the painting of the Weeping Woman by Pablo Picasso was stolen from the National Gallery. And over in Tasmania, I say this is a musical show, we had a musical reference in the last set of clues, there's one here. Dire Straits were actually in Tasmania, and they made history by being the biggest audience ever for an open-air concert. hopefully something over the last 30 minutes stirred the memory, because they were indeed the facts and the tracks of 1986.
If you feel qualified enough to debate why the 90s were the golden era of music, despite being born in the noughties, then you can ask a friend, are you okay? No qualifications needed. Visit areyouok.org.au.
And before we move on to our final segment this week, just to sort of say here, this is a segment where possibly you can help me or specialise in. Think of a year that means something to you, and a year someone was born, maybe you were born, a birthday, an achievement in life and a memory, and just tell me that year. Email us in at studio@southernfm.com.au. Jump on the website, southernfm.com.au, and I'm happy to take your year, take your favourite song, and frame this particular part of the show just around you. So please drop me a line with a story and a song, and you'll have a dedication, and we'll make this part, as I say, all about you.
This is 88.3 Southern FM, the sounds of the Bayside.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
We're there, weren't we? The final quarter, as they probably say in Victoria, but the final segment anyway. And Manchester's never far away from my musical choices, and we could play this gentleman as we lost him far too soon, but we'll celebrate him now as it was his birthday this week. Ian Curtis, lead singer of Joy Division, and an anthem in many people's lives, especially those of my era. Love Will Tear Us Apart.
Written white
great song there, and yeah, it means a lot to a lot of people. But let's lift the mood, and we'll keep loving the title. We'll come back from Manchester to Melbourne, or to Australia generally, because this is probably your guilty secret. This was a big hit for the movie Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. We're celebrating the birthday this week of Alicia Bridges, so I'm sure you'll recall the lyrics. Let's have a bit of I Love the Nightlife.
Action!
There you go, 320,000 actions were heard across Melbourne at the start of that song. Well, maybe 320, I don't know quite what the audience is, but the latter number is probably closer. An iconic song, also from a different time, was, remember music videos now, but they were launched once, and the first song was a video called The Radio Star by Buggles, and the singer, the producer, what else did he do? Played the keyboard. He probably even drove the bus to the concert. That was Trevor Horn, so we'll just say happy birthday, Trevor.
I heard you on the wireless back in 52, lying awake intently tuning in on you. If I was young, it didn't stop you coming through. They took the credit for your second symphony, rewritten by machine on your
Sports Conscious at 50 Church Street, Brighton is the place to go for top quality sportswear from premium brands. Specialising in footwear and clothing that looks great when in the city, but also gives the desired performance when on the high trails. The Sports Conscious team provides knowledgeable advice and expert fitting. If you want to walk, run or hike in comfort and style, visit Sports Conscious at 50 Church Street, Brighton.
Southern FM sponsor.
It's Ian Healy, and I'm here to talk to you about back pain and Keyser. If you're one of the 80% of Australians who suffer from back pain, it's tempting to do nothing, but this can cause weaknesses down the road. The best place to start with back pain is exercise, and the best place to exercise is Keyser. Keyser's physios and Swiss-designed strength training equipment help you build strength in a supervised environment. I go to Keyser, and you can too.
Book at one of our 19 clinics across Victoria. Visit keyser.com.au.
Southern FM sponsor.
Every Saturday morning from 10 until noon, you can hear all the latest Australian releases on the all-new Saturday Osmosis. Interviews with the artists and live studio performances. All new, all Australian, all genres, all good. All new Saturday Osmosis. Every Saturday morning from 10 until noon.
Every Sunday here on Southern FM, Dennis and Ewan resume their search for the best song ever written. Tune in for an eclectic mix of pop, blues, jazz, scratch and ska. All sorts as long as it's great music. Get the backstory. Who played that glockenspiel? What the hell instrument made that sound? And who sang those doulas? Hop into your Sunday lunch with Dennis and Ewan every Sunday from midday till 2 p.m.
Chicken fajita, hummus and pita, ravioli, guacamole. What else? Homemade cupcake, milkshake, herb.
On FM and online 24/7.
This is Southern FM, the sounds of the Bayside.
Now, as you know, in this segment, it's not always about the front man or the front woman. I do like to focus on musicians, and if I can pick up a drummer or a saxophonist. That was easier looked easier written down, didn't it? But no, it's, yes, a saxophonist. But this time it's a guitarist, and probably one of the more celebrated or famous guitarists of British bands, certainly over the time. It's happy birthday to Brian May, of course. He was guitarist in Queen, and I should have stopped earlier, but don't stop me now.
Tonight I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive, and the world I'll turn it inside out. Yeah, I'm floating around in ecstasy, so don't stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time, having a good time. I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, 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 there's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me 'cause now. I'm having a good time. Don't stop me yes, now. I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. Yeah. I'm a rocket ship on my way to Mars on a collision course. I am a satellite. I'm out of control. I'm a sex machine ready to reload like an atom bomb about to explode. I'm burning through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic woman of you. Don't stop me, don't stop me, don't stop me.
good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. I'm having a good time. Don't stop me yes, now. I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all.
Yeah, as you know, one of my favourite tracks of Queen, and yeah, I think we're having a Hall of Fame for musicians. I think certainly Brian May would be up there. And from the same sort of cattle stock, we have another guitarist, and that's Julian Keith Levine. He was a founding member of both The Clash and both Public Image Limited. And if you know, if ever I play a Clash song, it tends to be this one, Rock the Casbah.
Southern FM.
Well, it's coming up to 5 to 12, so that's me done for another week. And I say, there's always a great crew, and a great stack of music ready for this afternoon, so please stay listening to us on 88.3 Southern FM. The guys will certainly get you home this evening. But from me, as always, stay safe, keep healthy, and whenever possible, please be kind. I will be here next week. I hope you can be there too. And well, what a month it's been for me, hey? I'll tell you what happens. England get a qualification group, they walk through it. They get to a major tournament, they get given an easy group. They struggle through it. They then get through the knockout stages and, in fits and starts, show how good they could have been. But do they win it? Well, back in 1986, as Bruce Hornsby in the Range said, that's just the way it is. Bye for now.
Just the way it is. Some things will never change. That's just the way it is. Ah, but don't you believe them? Said, hey little boy, you can't go where the others go. You don't look like they do. Said, hey old man, how can you stand to think that way? Did you really think about it before you made the rules? He said so. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. That's just the way it is. Oh, but don't you believe them? Passed a law in 64 to give those who ain't got a little more, but it only goes so far. Because the law don't change another's mind when all it sees at the hiring time is the line on the collar bar. No, that's just the way it is. Some things will never change. That's just the way it is. That's just the way